Hey guys, welcome to another rousing Battlestar Galactica commentary. This was played. Actually, I forgot when exactly it was played. During the Garcons in LAX, around in there at the Hyatt, I believe. This is like on an upper floor. This is kind of away from the convention. We just decided to play Battlestar Galactica up top. It was really nice of Peter, Elizabeth, and David of them to play with myself and my roommate. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of games they would have rather been playing at the con, but they're nice guys who decided to come play with us common folk up on the wherever this place is. I don't know. It's the first time me being there. Um, that's Peter to the top of the screen. To the upper right is Elizabeth. You can see her hand there. It just appeared there. David's to the you can see his hand there to the bottom right. I'm to the lower left, and Daniel should be to the upper left. Though you'll probably never see him because he's way far away. And you might hear an unseen voice. That's I don't know her name. She's awfully nice. So this one I before I get into it, I almost didn't even bother making this commentary. What happens is I totally botched it. I have my every camera has an alarm when the battery goes off. There's an alarm that sounds. I turn my camera off to make as little noise as possible. I don't want the camera to be interrupting stuff. The game comes first. I don't give a shit about the recording. I don't want anything disrupting anything. So I turn off the battery, I turn off the noise, and sure enough, the battery runs out mid game, and it missed the most important fucking ability. Basically, spoilers. I get in the brig, and then by the time it resumes, all of a sudden I'm magically outside the brig, and I'm fucking around with the Galactica and all that. But anyway, but it's been a while since I've played this game. Just looking at the screen, I could try to discern who's who. I know Peter is Rosalind. I'm Boomer. I see Tyrrell and Callie. I believe Elizabeth is Tyrrell. My roommate Dan is Callie, and David is Felix Gala, who's in the CIC. I mean, not the CIC, the FTL control. You can see there. And yeah, oh yeah, you can see the character sheets too. Derp. So yeah, they have all the bases covered. They picked two support guys. They ended up not being Cylons. But that really sucked because the Cylons. If they were really screwed because if the Cylon. Okay, so yeah, Peter and I end up being the Cylons. Peter in the beginning, I believe, and then myself at the middle of the game. What I liked about this game is it broke my losing streak. I think I lost every fucking game up until now, and then every time I hear, we always like talk about the game casually, and we're like, Boomer sucks, Boomer sucks, Callie's powerful, Callie, yeah, Callie, blah blah blah. So I go, what, Boomer's perpetual ability and once per game aren't really all that bad. And they're like, oh yeah, yeah. And so my roommates are like, yeah, well, Boomer sucks. No reason. So I said, okay, fine. I'll shut you up. I'll play as Boomer. My Boomer strategy is like I've said before. My Boomer strategy is a pro silence strategy, but I don't actually do the pro silence stuff until I'm an actual Cylon. And it really that was a stupid move on my part. So oh yeah. But by the way, this board game is it's Peter's, and I really like his setup. Pretty much everything is laminated. Um, and you can see to the upper left, there's a bunch of box. There's like a pill, almost like a pill box, a giant pill box with everything. All little tokens, all little human stuff, all little space stuff, all the silent stuff, etc. And I really like that setup. I really want to emulate it. The only thing is he didn't laminate the character cards. I don't know how he could have. Well, I shouldn't say laminated. I should say protective. The protective sleeves. It's not really laminated though. Those crisis cards feel like they've been laminated. Um, so anyway, yeah, I'm the pilot, and Peter played a really good Cylon. I don't think I could have won without him, though we ended up winning through basically me being taken out of the game, left them with no pilot. So they were left with Felix Gala, who came, no, but none of them could get into space. So they end up dying. Well, maybe I'll spoil it for. Well, I don't know. Well, I already told you they lose, but the humans lose. But maybe I'll save it for later. You can just watch it out. I don't remember the specifics about this game. All I remember is I stayed in the brig. I was waiting for Peter. Peter reveals himself, and I stay in the brig. I couldn't get myself out of the brig. I tried to. I just couldn't do it. Um, I foolishly decided to save my wants per game for Peter's Super Crisis card. And as it turns out, I didn't realize they told me after the game, "Oh, you can't use your wants per game on a Super Crisis." I was like, "Derp." That really does make sense because that make Boomer so fucking powerful, and my face is covering the whole fucking screen there. Beautiful. I'm a handsome devil. Anyway, yeah, I love to. Oh yeah, David pulls out another Politics 6 card, which is fucking ridiculous. For real. Every game I play with him, he has a Politics 6 card. Politics 6 cards, like I would say, it probably is the most powerful level 6 card. It lets you activate any location for you just use that card and you automatically win. If there's any kind of I don't know if it works for dice rolls, but I know it works for anything that requires a skill check. And I don't know what just happened there. There was like a hiccup. I don't know if that. Maybe I shouldn't mention it. Maybe it didn't occur. Maybe it didn't happen. Maybe it's my crappy ass computer. Here we are doing some kind of skill check for something. I don't even know what. And I think Peter's Pro Cylon. I mean Pro Cylon. See, Peter's Cylon. Pro Cylon. That's more of a Cylon leader saying. So if I decided to play Pro Cylon, I think what I would do is I would pretend to be everyone's friend by blowing up ships, and then turn around and uh, sabotage crises. I think that's what I would do, and not spoil my strategy. Um, let's see about this con. Other things that happened about this con. One guy set up an Artemis stand. If you don't know, that's the game. It's a multiplayer game where you you're like a crew member on a ship, and your computer's like your ship terminal. And it's made. You kind of want to play in the room because it's really interesting. You have, I think, about eight, not eight people, like seven. There's seven terminals, and there's a captain who doesn't have a terminal, but he has. I think he has like a view screen, or he should have a view screen put up. The person who set it up, I don't know his name. Um, the guy who set it up perfectly. And it's such a good game. It's just a shame that the logistics of setting it up is just so fucking. It's almost impossible. Um, you have all these terminals of like seven terminals, and then each person mans a terminal. One of them is like for weapons control. One of them is navigation. One person's science. One person's engineering. Another person's communications. Etc. And then each person does like their own little thing. To contribute to the crew. So like the engineering guy, he monitors the power relays, make sure each department gets their own power supply, make sure, and if you can give a certain department like 200% power, and then they're able to do whatever they need to do better. And navigation, they control the view screen, they control the ship, and then communications you wouldn't think, well, there's not much to do with communications, but communications, they basically control. They can talk to different outposts and tell them to produce different things. They can coordinate. I'm sorry, I'm mangling all my words. Coordinate with different ships to move in different areas and support you, or even protect other areas. And that's a really interesting science. Science, they scan things and they give out the shield frequency to the weapons control. And the weapons control, they control the laser modulation. So, like, let's say the science guy scans the enemy shields, and then they realize that the meter is like it shows a meter, like how much shields they have and like what shield frequency they're strongest to, and you give them the weakest shield frequency. So it's like A B C D E frequencies, and so if A is the lowest, and you tell what you tell weapons control, hey, set your lasers to A frequency, and it cuts right through them and kills them. And he set up at the con, and a lot of people didn't know what they were doing. Like I played science, and I was telling the weapons control guy is to the right of me. I mean to the left of me, and I was scanning the shields, and I saw the frequency, and I told the guy, hey, their lowest shield frequency is A, and then the guy didn't touch his buttons. He was just looking at the screen. And clearly I could see on the screen you press a button, you could change the frequency of the laser. I mean, and he was just staring at the screen like, I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm like, I don't know. The learning curve is a little steep if you just looking at the screen. You're kind of daunted, but if you start messing around with stuff, it's pretty easy to get the hang of it. There's shortcut keys you can take hold of and all that wonderful stuff. And it's a really fun game. I think you can play over the internet. To answer your question, one of my questions was like, oh well, if does everyone need to buy a copy of Artemis? No, you only have to buy one copy, and it's good for all your friends. I mean, not all your friends, but you. It allows you to set up the clients and everything. So you don't have to buy like 8 fucking copies or whatever. It's just my only gripe is that the if you try to play over the internet, the guy who's playing the commander, the captain, I don't know how the fuck that happens. Because the commander has his own. He doesn't really have any terminals. I don't know how you could do that. Because the commander would have to like literally imagine the scenario in his head. When it's a lot of it relies on like a visual orientation. But anyway, Artemis, very good game. If you can fucking magically make it work. I mean, you would have to host it on a LAN party. It would be a pretty good LAN party game actually. I can see some potential in it. There being quests, having characters, your own little character you can level maybe. You know, they didn't have that though, but the potential is there. And for the time being, there was only one ship. But I mean, the game was very stable. It wasn't buggy at all. I was amazed because a game like that, I can't imagine there being no bugs in it. But there was no bugs. It ran perfectly fine and everything. And yeah, back to this Battlestar Galactica game I'm ignoring. And look at my hair. I have a bald spot. No. I don't think it's a bald spot really. I've shaved my head almost completely and it grows back. If I get a bald spot, I don't really care. Um, skill check. And then I go. If you notice, if you look at my card, this is probably the one game you can see my cards the best. I handle my cards like a flippin' idiot. Like you know, every moron, the fucking Neil Armstrong on the goddamn moon can see what cards I'm like, how I set up my cards. I know it's a tray. I need to work on it, but fuck it. Like if you notice all my colors, I have to keep all my colors in the order and shit. Like watch. See, you notice like there's my purples, there's my reds, all organized because I can't fucking stand shit. Sometimes I'll mix it up and I'll swap colors you know or I go by number strength. I wonder if anybody else does that or if they just keep. I just can't keep my cards random. Oh, I can see David's cards. Let me spot on him. Shit, what? Show me your cards. Anyway, other games. I'm gonna talk this up. I mentioned Zombicide. I mentioned what's the other game? That Lovecraft game. Call of Cthulhu. No, not Call of Cthulhu. What is it? Arkham Horror. The derp. I don't know if I mentioned my two other favorite games, and I'm amazed I didn't mention this. There's one game I've been playing a really long time. Another game I actually played at this con. I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm just gonna say it again. I'm sorry if I bore you guys. I thought I mentioned it before, but maybe I didn't. It's called Camelot, or it's something to the effect of that, like not Dark Age of Camelot, but it's Camelot. Board gamers would know. It's pretty much the game that Battlestar Galactica killed. It's very much like Battlestar Galactica. There's a trader, and there's a bunch of quests you have to do. but it's so hardcore. It's like the Dark Soul. It's like the Demon Souls of board games. Like even with co-op, I don't see how we want. I played with first of all, I played with like the perfect group. I played with guys who weren't used to vampire or mafia type games. They weren't used to being yelled at, and it was hysterical. So I had one faction of guys who were perfectly comfortable yelling at each other, and while another group who were taken aback, they're like, "Oh my god, why are you yelling at me? I'm not a traitor, gosh darn it, you know." And then I was keeping quiet, and that's another thing. So you play as each one of the characters in Camelot. I forget what characters there are. All I know is there's Lancelot and Arthur, and I got Arthur. Not that man, I'm Arthur. I'm gonna mop the floor with fucking everyone. I got the best dude. Nah, it's pretty balanced character wise. My ability, you don't get any weaknesses like you do in Battlestar Galactica. Like you don't like if you pick Ty. No, if you actually Boomer. Boomer's a better example. If you picked Boomer during the halfway point, the sleeper agent phase, you get two loyalty cards and you're throwing the brig. Like shit like that. Or if you're Ty, Saul Ty, you lose all your cards if you're down to one because you're an alcoholic, which is a weird fucking detriment. But in Camelot, there isn't anything like that. Instead, in Camelot, in order to make an action, first you have to do something bad in order to make an action. You only get one action, and the bad things you could do is you could put like a siege catapult in front of the castle of Camelot, and I think about 20 of those catapults or 17 or something like that, and you lose the game. You can also you could take a hit. You have 5 hit points. You can take a hit points, and it's really rare that you can actually restore those hit points. Or you could draw a black card, and the black cards are all bad. They're like all of them are like super crisis cards, except for the numbered ones, and I'll get into that later. You can draw a card that fucks you in the ass. Literally, it says "fuck you in the ass" when you pull it. There's like a card like Guinevere. And you think Guinevere, isn't she a good guy? Fuck no. I mean, she's a fucking badass. She makes it so you can't do anything unless you win a quest. And it's like, what the fuck? I mean, everything you do is bad, and that game is so fucking relentless. And it's terrible. Arthur, I didn't get a chance to play with the game all that much. So I don't know as much as I do Battlestar. So what happens is, I'm sorry. Arthur's ability, he can exchange a card with anybody else, but he can't say what card it is. It's the same secrecy rules apply to this game like they do in Battlestar Galactica, and I liked it. It's a pretty decent game. It's just merciless, and the traitor, I don't know. Oh, by the way, I think I get sent to sick bay because. And then I think I get chastised by Elizabeth. I don't know if you heard it. It's like, that's what you get for rushing in. See, we let you die because you rushed in. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, I'm a pilot. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Anyway, it didn't mind with me. It said, see, this is probably the only pro-silent thing I did, except I was stupid and I was trying to be pro-human. But yeah, me getting shot down and sent to sickbay really isn't all that bad. So, there I am. Nobody XOs me. I think they're like, oh, we want to teach you a lesson. We don't want to XO you because you fucked up and blew yourself up in space. I was like, okay. I think they think I was asylum, but I think... No, that's the other game. Okay, I'll get into the other game in a minute, but I still have some more Battlestar Galactica stuff to talk about. Oh yeah, for pilots, I really like Cat. I have a whole diatribe to go on Cat. Um, Cat's perpetual ability. I forget what her once per game is. I could probably covertly look it up real fast here. I know her Cat's perpetual is that if there's a situation on her turn during her action, well, not on. It doesn't say on her turn. It says during her action step. And I'll get back to this fucking bullshit in a minute. On your action step, you would normally use a die to resolve a location. Here it is. I got it pulled up here. When you would roll a die during your action step, you may instead of discard a skill card, use the card's strength plus 2 instead of the dice roll. So I have two problems with this. Like, okay, for the first problem is it seems pretty weird because it seems to be more useful inside of Pegasus, inside the locations. You could theoretically use it to destroy centurions, boarding centurions by activating your that ability in the armory, or you can go to FTL and use it there, or you can go to the batteries and use it. Pretty much anything that would require a dice roll, and that makes you think because in the show she never did any of that. She was never in the FTL control room. She was never in the batteries. She was never in the armory. So I'm like, well, why would you like? That's such a weird ability to just give it to her like such a wild card ability, you know. And my biggest gripe, the second gripe, and the biggest one is it says here during your action step. Now when you're I thought when you were XO'd, when someone XOs you, you're given two action steps. I gotta figure action steps. And it's your turn. But no, evidently I'm wrong. Evidently, action step means implies your turn, and this is confirmed by the actual guy, the guys who made the game, Fantasy Flight. So, that's so fucking stupid. That's like, I'll give you a good example. It would be like if let's say you're beset on a bunch of zombies, but you have Chuck Norris with you, but you see the zombies first, and you go, "Hey, Chuck Norris, hey, could you help me take out the zombies? Could you do a roundhouse kick? I'm XOing you to do a roundhouse kicks on zombies." And Chuck Norris looks at you and says, "I can't roundhouse kick. That's my perpetual ability. I can give him a normal kick because it's not my action step." And I'm like, "Well, that's so fucking stupid." Imagine if your iPod is broken and you go, "I'm gonna exo Steve Jobs." You magic Steve Jobs out of heaven. He comes straight down to earth and says, "What do you have? What problem do you have?" And I go, "I'm XOing you, Steve Jobs. I can't fix my iPod." And Steve Jobs looks at you and says, "I can't use my magic Steve Jobs ability because you XO'd me. It's not my fucking turn." You see what I'm getting at? It doesn't work in fucking real life. And that's another thing another thing about fucking XOs is that in the show, Apollo is exoed out of the fucking brig. And it makes sense to exo people out of the fucking brig. It does make some sense. You know? If you can exo the guy and he can make one move and he can make one turn and do one thing only just to get out of the brig and then he goes right back in, that makes sense to me. But actually, maybe I take that back because it would make then the Cylons, butt hugging Cylons. You can have a Cylon fucking exoing a Cylon in prison, having him come out and do his reveal and shit and fuck everyone up. Anyway, it's in the movie. I mean, the reason I bring it up is because it's supposed to be the board game's supposed to mimic. It's supposed to mirror the show, and that's a viable thing. I just don't know why Cat's ability can't be used during an XO. Why the fuck would you XO anybody? And why would you XO the fucking president? Why is the president allowed to do presidential shit? You know what I mean? And if I knew a lot about other people, if I remembered, and if it wasn't fucking 3 a.m., I would fucking even the XOs I would know. I know there's a lot of them that work for every abilities are kind of like everything, like Tom Zarek's, like when a player activates the administration or brig, you can choose to lower or raise the difficulty by 2. That's implied to be an all player thing. Um, so yeah, in the game, I'm still in the brig. There's David. He is rolling for something. I think he's trying to FTL us and get us out. He likes playing Felix. He doesn't shy away from Cali, but I think he plays Felix. It's almost like Josh, who plays like Caprica 6, but if he doesn't, he plays Hilo. Oh yeah, I'm eating my sandwich there. It's a yummy sandwich. It was from Subway. courtesy of Josh. Thank you, Josh. He bought us all sandwiches. Sandwiches.
Okay, current
And
player discards 3 skill cards in. I discarded my one.
I really wish I could remember when this was. I think it was sometime in January, maybe. Um, so yeah, I probably won't be making any more of these videos anytime soon. This is the last Battlestar Galactica one I have. I do have a Zombicide one that I think I might just post it. I don't have Brian's explicit approval, but then again, I don't have his face on camera, so I think I can get away with it. He's a pretty nice guy anyway. I'll do my commentary about how fucking the fucked up the rules are in Zombicide. I don't know if we win. I don't know if we win or lose on that one, and I won't look at it. It's a journey we'll go on together. We'll figure out what's going on there. So all the resources seem to be normal, and there I am. I'm fucking. I piss myself off sometimes. Like I fucking take forever in everything I do. I can't fucking think. Oh, I get a sick bay and I launch myself out. And I pull a skill, I pull a thingamajig, and it fucking sucks. It is the two colors I cannot absolutely help on because I don't draw them. Oh wait, I draw tactics. Never mind. Yeah, what I want to do is I want to combine like Peter's setup with I don't know what Elizabeth does to her games. I forget, but she does something special. I can't remember what. Or David, I think David does something special too with his copy of Battlestar. He has like a tape or something around him. He uses like lots of boxes of tapes.
No, because we had to just.
But I want to paint the miniatures, even though that really, knowing Battlestar Galactica, that is pretty fucking stupid. But actually, not stupid. It would just take 5 seconds because the only thing you would color here, of course, is the Viper Mark Ones, the Mark One Vipers, which are it's just white and red. Everything else is the exact color as it is on the show. Except maybe the Raptors should be more of a bronze color, I think. The Super Vipers are the exact color, and then the same thing with the Raiders and the Base Star. The base Star wasn't make it more purplish or bluish. That's it. Oh, also, but oh shoot, I didn't look this up. I told myself I'd look this up. Maybe I'll look at it while I'm talking here. Supposedly there's going to be a new Battlestar Galactica expansion. And I was told, Elizabeth told me this a couple of days ago, and it's something to do with mutinying, or some crap like that. Wait a minute. So I'm looking up. See, I'm so excited. I'm looking up this new expansion. It's called Daybreak. The characters they added are the exact. Maybe I shouldn't be patting myself on the back because the new characters that they added, it's so dead obvious. You should know. I got all of them except for one of them right. There's really since Exodus, they pretty much added all the characters that they could have. All the main characters are pretty much in the game. Every single one of them. They added in what appears to be they added in Hot Dog, the doctor, the lawyer guy, the guy with the glasses, and I misjudged. The military leader is he's the guy. I don't know his name, but he's the guy that's in charge of the fleet when they go on the last mission. There's like one last mission. I don't want to spoil it, but Adama appoints this guy as the leader of the fleet, and the lawyer guy, he ends up being the president because the president goes along on the mission. I thought for the military leader they're gonna add the chick from Razor, but hey, I mean, there you go. It looks like they don't really show the abilities of the other of the cards really. It looks like Hot Dog might have a 3 in piloting, considering he has a 1 in leadership and a 1 in tactics. So a 3 in piloting for a Hot Dog is fucking stupid. Hot Dog's a good pilot, but that's like Starbuck quality piloting. The Doc has this is subject to change. I'm just looking at this. I'm trying to be a sneaky sneak and trying to look at this thing here. The Doctor has one politics, two tactics, and two engineering. Engineering. He's not an engineer, but engineering is synonymous with support. So don't get your pains in a bunch. The the lawyer guy is really interesting. Three politics, two tactics. So he's the only guy other than Roslin who could draw three politics, which is really good, I think. And two tactics, that's pretty good. And the military leader here, he's got two leadership and two tactics. Now, the third slot is probably going to be engineering because it couldn't be a mix. He's not a pilot, that's for sure. It couldn't be a mix of leadership and tactics because then you pretty much have guy, I forgot her name. The Kane. You pretty much have Kane. That's Kane's card right there. So I'm pretty sure it's support because before he's appointed leader of the fleet, he's actually in control. He actually takes over for D. He's announcing shit and like he's like in charge of communications. They actually have plastic Centurions that that replace the Centurion tokens, which is pretty cool. Um, it looks like they have it looks like they have updated character cards, and it looks like they have four Cylon leaders, and it looks like the fourth one might actually be the boxed. I forgot her name. Lucy Lawless, her character, which again I hit on the head, or I think. It looks like the updated character cards. I see an Apollo in the suit, and I see Tom Zarek kind of looking down. Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of stuff here. This is crazy. So I think it's just you might use it to replace some of the existing character tokens. Oh, there's Ty with his eye patch. There's pirate Ty, and Starbuck with long hair. I guess it's to reflect the final season or something like that. So I'm gonna check out the Daybreak website. This is pretty exciting. We're on a magical journey. I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know how they're gonna handle the mutineer and shit. And oh, it looks like you have to jump to 10 in order to win instead of 8. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this looks. I don't know if people are gonna use this. Oh, there's a treachery 4 card. There's different cards, but yeah, treachery 4, violent outburst, skill check. The current player is sent to sickbay. That's awesome, as opposed to sabotage. So yeah, this looks really interesting. I'll try to pull myself away from this. So back to the game. What is going on? Gale is stuck in FTL. Tyrrell appears to be in the battery. I'm in space, and Callie's in the hangar deck, doing very Callie-like things. I don't know how far we've gone.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, the second game. I played this game. I liked it. It's called Bang. I believe you can actually get it on the iPad or your iPhone. I highly recommend it. I think you can play with robots if you want. Or you can play with people. It's it's very much in the vein of like Mafia Werewolf, where you have hidden identities and hidden agendas. Although, unlike this game, kind of requires a lot of people to play. I don't think it would be impossible to play with 4 players because everyone would know who the other guy was. Well, actually, maybe you could play with 4, but it'd be a challenge for the sheriff, pretty much. Who could the deputy be? That's pretty much it. But you play with 5. I think it's best with 7 or 8. I think 7 is the golden number. I think with that game, you have essentially four kind of different factions, or 4 different types of people you can be. First, you pick a character, and the character has a special ability. No weaknesses, but an ability. And like, so you have one guy who he can treat he can treat like beer cards refill your health. You can treat beer cards as miss cards or something like that, or bang cards or something. Different abilities like that. One guy starts off with a special gun. One guy, Um, and where you sit is actually important too, because where you sit determines your range. And initially you can only hit the people to the left or right of you if you choose to bang them. Like you throw down when you bang them, you throw down a card that says bang. That means you shot them, and they have to miss. And if they miss, then they don't take a hit. If they can't throw a miss card, then they take a hit. And I think uh, I think the maximum amount of health you can get if you're not a sheriff is like 3 or 4. So I think it's 4. A sheriff always gets 1 extra health than their character,
And he wouldn't tell me. He looked at his.
and the max they can get is like 5, I think. Um, so there's the sheriff,
Anything. I'm like,
and if you draw the sheriff card as your loyalty, you're supposed to reveal it, so everyone knows who the sheriff is. Now, you have the sheriffs, you have the deputies who they have to protect the sheriff, though they're not allowed to reveal their identities. You have the outlaws, and the outlaws kind of outnumber everyone in a way. In a 7-player game, or actually I should say, yeah, in a 7-player game, there would be three outlaws, and there would be 2 deputies and 1 sheriff. Now you think, okay, well sheriffs, the outlaws kind of outnumber the sheriffs. They're the same level as the sheriff, but nobody knows who the deputies are. So that's the weakness. The sheriff can actually kill a deputy, and the 7th player would be a renegade. The renegade, his goal. He's almost like the silent leaders in Battlestar Galactica. He has like a special agenda. His agenda is that he has to make sure the outlaws are dead. The outlaws have to die first, and then the sheriffs, the deputies. Basically, he wants to be in a one-on-one fight with the sheriff and win. So it's really hard for him to win. So, but if you're the renegade, then your goal is to kind of like you're supposed to even it out, kind of. You gotta make sure that you lose if the outlaws win. If the sheriff dies before anyone else dies, then you lose as a renegade. And it's actually a really really fun game. You get weapons, and the weapons determine your range. Like I said earlier, you have to. There's different cards that buff you. Um, there's cards that like kill everyone, not kill everyone, but damage everyone if they don't throw a miss down. Like Indians will come. Somebody will play an Indian card, and everyone has to throw a miss, or otherwise they get hit by the Indians.
he almost never.
And it's a really fun game. It's really short. Well, not short, but it's fast. It's fast paced. It's not like Battlestar Galactica where you're waiting like 5 hours. Yeah, that's a game. It's a game I recommend. It's one of those games you actually play online. It's pretty much. Actually, I almost want to steal my brother's iPad and buy it. I think the app. I don't know how much it costs, but I think it's pretty cheap. I think it can't cost more than $10, and that's for everything. I believe that's for everything. That's with the expansion too. I think there's an expansion to Bang that's a few extra characters. I think the online version does come with that. And it's funny too. There's flavor text in the game. There's flavor text on the cards, and they're in Italian. And I think that's really funny. Even though it's set in the Wild West, it's in Italian. It's because Sergio Leone, all his films. Oh yeah, and there's characters. There's characters like there's a guy who mimics Tuco. There's a guy who mimics Angel Eyes. There's another guy who mimics Blondie. There's a Billy the Kid. There's a Doc Holliday in a way. It's all the stereotypical guys. Both fictional and real. And I forget. There's 2 characters that are pretty powerful. I think Billy the Kid is actually pretty powerful. He starts off with like a volcanic type of ability. The volcanic is a type of gun where you're allowed to play as many bang cards as you want, and that's really powerful because if the person, but the weakness of the volcanic, I should say. Well, let me get into the strength. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The volcanic. So you can play like so if you have like 7 bang cards, theoretically you could have 7 or 4. But you have as many fucking bang cards as you want. Theoretically, you could turn to the guy's side of you and say you're dead. You just throw down all the bank cards and just kill him. And that is really it's really broken. Like if you're the sheriff, you do not want to be sitting next to either Billy the Kid or a guy with a volcanic. The weakness of a volcanic is that it only has a range of one. You can only hit the persons to the left or right of you. You can't hit anybody to like the other side of the table or something like that. If there's anybody in between those people and you can't hit them. So yeah, bang, very good game. I haven't been bored gaming as much as I have at this moment. Um, yeah, a lot of things happened. Transportation is fairly limited, I should say. Um, I'm blessed with good friends, but I don't want to be traveling around as much as I would like. I'm sorry to be cryptic, but yeah, them's the breaks. And we roll a dice. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, they're attacking us, Galactica. And it appears the airlock and the CIC are down. The battery and the engine room are still up. And I'm amazed I still remember that stuff. Yeah, I'm saving money right now. I almost broke down. I wanted to buy the expansions and everything. Oh, I believe we warped out. I can't see the numbers on those cards. Fuel is okay. The humans are doing okay so far. It was Peter. Oh, we're dealing out the loyalty cards. You know, this video goes on for 3 hours. I'm wondering if we played two games up there or one, because I'm like, what the? How could this be? Because we're already at a halfway point, and it's not even an hour into the video. This is where I find out I am a Cylon. I am a fracking toaster. I put myself in the brig, and I hatch my plan. My retired plan of waiting. I tried to break out of jail and I can't. My roommate Daniel taunts me, "Oh, it's so easy to get out of the brig." So I like playing Tom Zarek to keep him inside of the brig. Oh yeah, I lose. I was CAG and I lose it. And yeah, Daniel just said, "Oh, Callie is fucking the CAG." No, I gave it to Felix Gala because Callie and Tyrrell are fucking the lowest. Of course, derp. Felix is the CAG. The CAG mode.
Alright, my turn.
Shoot somebody because we need a pilot. Just don't
I'll
shoot
take
me.
two purples, two reds, and engineering.
Oh yeah, by the way, none of my cards. Well, I get purples, but not as much as I would like to be able to get out of the brig. Need like a fuck ton of purples. You know, like six. What was it? 7, 6? I forget how much. See, it's been a while since I played this game. Yeah, board game group was tonight. I should have gone, but I went to go see Iron Man 3.
Well, since I
Oh boy, I spoiled it. These reviews are supposed to be timeless. But there I go. I just said Iron Man 3. I just posted a timeline in this video.
I'm gonna make a shot.
Hey, you guys seen that new Psy video? That gentleman,
I'm not
huh? That Psy, he'll never go down. He'll never be old news. He will live forever.
Politics and
I also mentioned Chuck Norris. That's not going to get old either. Yeah, nothing will get old.
I cannot help, and I don't think I would want it with things like that. I could. Because I don't know.
So I'm looking at my cards here.
do something with them.
Like, say he's a silent is better.
Pretty soon you'll probably see the cuts. What happens? My camera. There was a security guy that came up. He was just checking the room. He didn't. You know, he was like, well, he wasn't like, what the fuck are you guys doing there? But he saw the camera and he started like comically tiptoeing through it. He wasn't faking. He wasn't joking, but it looked comical. And I was like, you know, oh, you seen a camera. You know it's pointed at the table. You're okay to walk behind it. Well, he was like, I don't know, I don't want to fucking be all like, but I don't know, man. It's security guard prerogative. I don't know. I should probably take that back because there's like situations like Michael Richards. How do you expect there's gonna be a camera in there taping his stupid little act that he's done 15,000 times in a row? That never made on none of his acts never made on YouTube until he started throwing up the N word.
That's actually pretty close for.
And then just so happens, hey, I have a camera, and hey, I know I post on YouTube.
You can still get to do is look at the
You draw a crisis when you're in the brig? Huh. Oh, no, you don't draw a crisis when you're in the brig, but I used my ability to see the card. I couldn't leave that on top because, yeah. There was no jump symbol on it. Imagine if I left that card on top like a dumbass. Here you go, here's a card with no jump symbol on it. I left it on top because the other card I didn't see was worse. I left my loyalty card out there too. I wonder if that's a tell. I've never done that before, but that's so funny. Like, I have a loyalty card there that I easily need to look at again. Oh, that ball of wire is courtesy of the hotel. I don't know if I stole it or not. If I stole it, I'm sorry. I'll pay you back. I'll pay you for water. I fixed myself. You know what I just did there? I went back in time and I whispered to myself, hey, dumbass, you have your loyalty cards out there. You need to put them underneath your character sheet. And then I just teleport back right now, and then there you go. Silent Lear. I haven't been Silent Lear in a while. Simply because I can't win. Though that's the final frontier for me. I've won as not every character, but every class. I won as a military leader, more with a Ty. I've won as a pilot. I think at the end of this video, I mistakenly say that this is my first pro Cylon victory, which it was. My first boomer victory, yeah. But then I say it's my first pilot victory, which is false because I actually won a game as Cat earlier. And it was the game that really pissed me off because, okay, so it was a 4-player game. I believe Josh was a pro-human Cylon leader, I believe. I might be wrong. And the other guy across, I forget who it was. It was one other guy, and he was a Cylon. And it was just me. I remember it was just me and my roommate. And he was Baltar, I was Cat. And then Baltar, he was like, I don't know what to do. He drives me nuts. Dan, my roommate, it's like if he's Baltar and if he's not drawing quorum cards, he has no fucking idea what to do. It's like if he's not given the golden parachute, he'll fucking die. Like, he can't improvise. He doesn't know what the fuck. And it drives me up the goddamn wall when he's Baltar and he's fucking president. And he's fucking... See, thank God for Peter. I believe Peter won the draw. And he drew, what happened there?
You get one.
Oh, loyalty card. Oh, Peter just revealed.
Oh, you're supposed to add another one. You are not a Cylon then.
Alright, tell them who won the final. Well, shoot.
Oh, yeah, oh, that's funny. So this guy comes up. Oh, this is during the game. I wonder if this is on camera. This guy comes up, and Daniel hasn't seen the series. Now he's seen the series because I have all the DVDs that I lent it to him. He didn't. I think it just happened. So this guy comes up and he's like, "Man, you guys playing Battlestar Galactica?" I said, "Yeah, we are." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, man. Have you seen the series?" I was like, "Yeah, I have." But we were just talking. It was so funny because my roommate was in between us, so my roommate was hearing everything. Everyone at the table was hearing everything. It was like, "Yeah, isn't that who's that chick that threw Callie out the airlock?" And I'm like, I started laughing. Who's that chick that threw cat? That's so funny. That's such a backhanded fucking spoiler. And yeah, I just spoiled it now, but really, Battlestar Galactica has been off the air for was it 4 or 5 years? Come on, get with the program. Yeah, who's that chick that threw Callie out the airlock? And I think that he said I think he says the player's name. I think or not the player's name, but I think she says her name like Tori Fisher, Tori Foster. That's hysterical. Cause not that was like five spoilers all in one. Like you learn that that Tori's one of the final five, and Callie fucking dies. It's like it's hysterical.
Yeah, that's yours.
Really, but the way that the show handled the final five was just so terrible. There's Daniel who can't roll for shit. Fuck everything he does. Like either he'll roll like that or he'll drop. Oh, I hate it when people drop the die. Why don't I just like put the die on the ground? Actually, you can get away with dropping the dice if it's eight sided. I believe it'll just automatically land on a point. You couldn't do that with six sided. It'll just drop face up.
Wait till like I can't help until
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't really know what number it's gonna land on if it's in your hand, but really, show some effort.
let's just stop.
I'm gonna drop the die. They don't even drop it now. They just pick it up and they like pick it up and then like it falls out of their hand. It's like, come on.
No, if I'm a Cylon, and I'm thinking one of them will.
Lift your hand.
Here I go. I tried to convince people I'm not silent.
I don't know. There's so many ways it's gonna be
Look,
done.
if I really wanted to scream, I would have stopped
The
the
only
fight.
reason we're still alive is because you can't
I say something funny there, or somebody says something funny in there, and I don't know. Oh, what happened earlier? While I was playing Artemis, David, Josh, and Daniel decided to play a three player game of Battlestar Galactica, and Dan was the silent. Evidently, he won. He killed off the humans with food. It was kind of funny because they're all saying, "You never died to food. Never died to food." You start off with like 10 food or some shit like that. You you can regenerate it, but it's I think you have to be president to do it. Yeah, food and pop are kind of they're the most abundant resources, I believe, but they're the hardest. I mean, they're the hardest to get back. It's morale. I believe you start off with 10 morale too, but you can do inspirational speeches to the cows come home, or outstanding victory, or whatever it is. Declare victory.
Next roll died to roll once.
Minus 5 food
Oh yeah, and that see there we go. We're mentioning that thing. So funny. So I made a joke. So Josh was supposed to lead like another group. Since Josh knows a lot about board games, he in the con you could sign up to like lead board games, and so they give you a sheet with like characters with people who want to join your game, and they give you ribbons to hand out.
yeah.
And so what happened was Josh was he had to be in the game at a certain time, though he offered to buy us all food for whatever reason. He's pretty nice, but I was like, for whatever reason. I think I don't know why, but it was just more convenient for him to do it because he had nothing to do. So he bought us all Subway, and so Daniel was telling us about how he beat Josh and David with food. And while Josh was at Subway, he was running out of time to like go host like his game. So we were talking, we were saying like that. So if Josh misses his game, that'd be the second time he was defeated by food. It was a Battlestar Galactica joke, and then everyone laughed, and I felt good about myself because I made a joke. Rosalind, I don't see a lot of Rosalind players. I forget her strength, but her weakness is that I think in order to activate a location, she has to like play 2 cards. Okay, I'm now looking at
It works out a lot better when you have
a few of the new character cards. I don't have them all though. I'm looking at the Doctor. His perpetual is choose a human player and draw 2 skill cards from his skill set. Then give him 2 skill cards from your hand. So that's really nice. That's like a mix between Liboyan and Caprica 6. In a way. His wants per game is Quarantine. Once per game, look at each civilian ship on the board, choose one and draw a new civilian ship to replace it if possible. Shuffle the chosen ship back into the pile of unused civilian ships. That's kind of shitty. Oh, specialized. You cannot use actions printed on engineering cards. Thank you. Some fucking sense. All right, all right. The actions printed on engineering cards are like repair and shit. It'd be so fucking stupid if the doctor was repairing the ship. Okay, see. That's what I'm talking about with this game making sense. You know, with the show. All right, Romo Lampkin. He's the. Oh, by the way, the doctor draws. Yeah, one politics, two tactics, two engineering. Like I said. Um, the lawyer Romo Lampkin. He draws three politics, two tactics. He's a political leader. Okay. Deceitful. When a crisis card requires you to discard skill cards, reduce the number of cards you discard by one. Once per crisis card. That's pretty nice. His wants per game is attorney. Once per game, move a character in the break to any non-hazardous location on Galactica. If he belongs to another player, take all that player's skill cards. Hmm. What? Okay, that's pretty. That's almost like Felix Gala, except it's a little more harmless, and you could use it on other players. That's pretty nice. Oh, his bad side is kleptomania. If you end your movement step in a location with another player, you must discard two skill cards. If you cannot, you are sent to the brig at the end of your turn. That's funny. He's like Tom. That's like Tom Zarek on super steroids and shit. All right, hot dog. Well, I was a little bit right on hot dog. He's got one leadership, one tactics, except two piloting and one engineering. See, I was thinking, oh, three piloting, no fucking way. All right, his perpetual is memento. Once per turn, immediately after population is reduced, you may draw the top three cards from the piloting deck, discard one of them, and keep the other two cards. Once per turn. Once per one of your turns, or once per turn of any. See, the shit's not. I can already see the problems that are gonna crop up from this. Escort. Once per game, before flipping over a civilian ship in space area and destroying it, you may destroy an undamaged Viper instead. Shuffle the civilian ship back into the pile of unused civilian ships. That's better than fucking That's better than fucking Doc's ability. What the fuck? Why would you do something like that? I mean, I would gladly damage a Viper. And that's only downside is you damage a Viper. You take off the board, but you damage a Viper. That's way fucking better. Cause you're like, holy shit, he's gonna blow up morale. Oh, it's before flipping over. Oh, before. Oh, it's. Oh, I don't even know. Louis Hoshi. He draws two leaderships, two tactics, and yeah, I was right, one engineering. Dutiful. Once during your turn, if you activate command, communications, or weapons control, you may discard one skill card to immediately activate the location again. That's really good in command, actually. That would almost take over. You almost don't even need a pilot. Organizes is once per game. Once per game, if you are on the brig location, activate any three undamaged locations, regardless of where you are. You cannot activate the same location more than once, nor any Cylon locations. That's crazy. That's pretty nice. Reluctant. His bad side is reluctant. You must discard one skill card to use a skill card action. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even say Hot Dog's bad point. Hot Dog's ability is forced to eject. Anytime a Viper you are piloting is damaged, destroy it instead. Okay. That kind of sucks. Oh, Leodama is the updated Leodama with one tactics, two piloting, two leaderships, and two politics. And he is now a political leader. Huh. Forward thinker. After you use the executive order skill card and the chosen player has finished moving and taking actions, you may activate your current location. Ooh. Wow, dude. He'd be like a badass president. Seriously, because he can XO people and still activate the quorum location. He's a really good president. Choose a different path. Once per game, when you must make a choice on a crisis card, you may choose to have the result. The current player discards 5 skill cards. All right, that's nice. Moral dilemma. When you draw a mutiny card, you must discard 2 skill cards. Mutiny thing is with the whole new expansion and shit. Gaius Baltar. Now it's Gaius Baltar with the slick back hair. He's like the Messiah Gaius Baltar, and I see he's able to draw 5 cards: 2 politics, two leadership, and 1 engineering. Cult leader action. Choose a player in the same location as you and either give him one of your miracle tokens or take his miracle token. Huh? Miracle tokens. Broadcast action. Discard 3 miracle tokens to raise any resource by 2. You can have up to 3 miracle tokens. Okay. Spiritual crisis is bad thing. You cannot use an action printed on you are an Cylon loyalty card unless you are in the brig. What? Now you can't use text on you are a Cylon cards if you're in the brig in the first place. So I wonder if that's a change in the rule. Oh, silent leader is Deanna Beers. All right, she's a new silent leader. She can draw either 1 politics, 1 leadership, and let me do this again. She can draw 2 cards. One of those cards may either be a politics or leadership card, and the other card may either be a treachery or engineering. Her perpetual is visions. If you are infiltrating, choose a human player and look at one of his loyalty cards at random. Then end your turn, end your infiltration, and move to the resurrection ship. That's pretty nice. Don't trust anyone. This is once per game. Once per game, draw 2 super crisis cards. Her bad thing is heretic. If you are on the resurrection ship location, you must discard a super crisis card to move to a different location. Oh, that kind of slows her down. She doesn't get a lot of actions,
How many do I get?
I guess. Another silent leader is Athena. I guess I thought Boomer would be more of a silent leader, but okay. Well, you already have Boomer. I guess this is Athena, but her being a silent leader is pretty weird.
If he did not
Her cards are 1 piloting. You have a silent leader fucking pilot. Holy shit! Seriously, can she get into a pilot? She has 1 piloting. She can draw 1 piloting card, and her second card could either be a leadership or engineering. Notice no treachery. She is the only silent leader that cannot draw treachery. Anyway, for love, once per turn, when another player must discard 1 or more skill cards, except discarding down to his hand limit, you may draw 1 treachery card to reduce the number of cards he discards by 1. Resolute action. Once per game, activate any undamaged location. What? I guess if you can. I guess you could do that if if you wanted to send somebody to the brig and you were on a Cylon board, I guess. It says activate. It doesn't say you automatically win it, so that's weird. Her downside is grieving. When you are in a hazardous location, you cannot draw skill cards during your receive skills or draw skill set.
Oh, does that make it reckless?
I don't know what a hazardous location is. Is it because you can't? I don't think you. Well, I guess you can be in damaged locations. I don't know. That could be another thing with the new rules. And that appears to be the only. Oh, they show more cards here. Insubordinate crew. Pass no effect, fail. -1 morale. Each player that does not have a mutiny card draws 1 mutiny card.
Give me my whole hand.
Religious turmoil. Pass no effect, fail. -1 morale, and each player discards 1 skill card. Or roll a die. 4 lore, -1 food, and -1 population. Blah 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 blah. Oh, here are the new cards. Okay. Piloting strength 3 as combat veteran. Choose 1 unmanned Viper in the reserves of space and activate it up to 3 times. That's pretty nice, I guess. There's a tactics level 4 1 unorthodox plan action. Activate one of the following locations, even if damaged: command, armory, weapons control, or communications. That's really good, especially for armory. Because Cylons love to take out armory and then put fucking Cylons on the goddamn board. Leadership. Change of plans. It's a strength of 5. Play after a skill check has been passed. Instead of resolving the pass result, each player discards 2 skill cards. That's pretty nice.
So this expansion.
Um, Engineering 5, test the limits. Action. If a fleet marker is not in the blue space of the jump preparation track, advance if once. Advance if once? Wait a minute. Let me read the exact text on it. Oh, here we go. Action. If the fleet marker is not on the blue space of the jump preparation track, increase the track by 1 and roll a die. 5 or lower, damage Galactica. Popular influence. Draw two. Strength of 4. Draw 2 quorum cards and choose one to give to the president. Then either play or discard that card. Discard the other card. Oh shit! That's really good. That's really good. That's almost like an XO to the president. I already said about violent outbursts. Current player sent to sickbay. Level 4 strength. Level 4 treachery. Let me see. Did I miss anything here? I don't think I did. There's some super crisis cards here. Destroy the hub. Strength of 14 with tactics, leadership, and piloting. Pass. Flip the silent locations overlay. Flip the silent locations overlay over. If the player is sent to the resurrection ship location, he is now sent to the hub destroyed location instead. Fail. -1 population. Return all Vipers in the space area to the reserves and damage 2 Vipers. I'm not even gonna go with the rest of the spot. The instead of Cobalt, Earth is the distance card, if you know what I mean. And there's a bunch of mutiny bullshit here. I don't know what this is. There's a yeah, like I said, overlays. Evidently there's a Cylon location overlay and new overlay and a new Colonial 1 overlay. And it appears they added in one extra location. I don't know what it is, and they also put in a overlay piece for the bomb on Colonial 1. Because what would happen, there would be a super crisis where there's a bomb on Colonial 1, and if you don't resolve it, then Colonial 1 is destroyed. And there's no token to give you to tell you that it's blown up, so you just have to remember it. Or what players would do, they would lay the super crisis card over Colonial 1, so you would be instantly reminded.
Like I had that happen
Look, we
yesterday.
needed a pilot.
See how long that went?
Okay, let me get back to the game. I thought this was a 3-hour video. Evidently, it's going to be up in about 20 minutes. Yeah, so I missed the cut. Poof, I'm on the resurrection ship. As you can see, there are a fuck ton of Vipers on board. I mean, I'm not Vipers. Raiders. I believe it's like 18, or not 18, but like 12 or some shit. Actually, I take that back. It might have been 18. They got 2. They really need to jump right now, but they're in the red. And yeah, these boys are. Oh, he nuked the location. I think.
Well, don't you have to roll for civilian self-defense?
And he rolled a dice. I don't know for what. He's not an FTL. He's in command. I was like, oh, that's a. I can see it from here. That looks like the Centurion or the Heavy Raider move, which is what I don't want. It's very close to them well, not losing, but see, they don't have any pilots. Nobody can get any ships, so they're hogging the command. The funny thing is, oh, you know what? I missed it. What happened was, I believe I got the people confused. Evidently, Dan was Callie, or was he? I think Dan was Callie because Tyrrell is dead, and I believe Dan as Callie uses once per game on Elizabeth, killed her character, and now she's Apollo. And she appears to be in the brig, but because I think Peter sent her there, or there was a crisis card that sent her there. So they are really screwed. They are doing skill checks. As you can see, if Romo Lampkin was in the game, bro, he could take it just to Romo Lampkin, he's out of jail. This is once per game. And send him to a location and take all the skill cards.
Plus 2.
So,
Iron Will.
I'm looking intently because I know I'm about to win. I'm really excited.
Plus 12.
I want to win.
Plus 14.
Ah, Destiny.
I was like, Destiny, fuck you.
Human player draws 1 skill card. Does that
I don't think there was a jump on that,
advise it to
Yeah.
your skill set?
so that's good.
Okay, so
Now, I think what they might want to be doing is, unfortunately, they're stuck with Callie, and their third man is in the brig. Um, they might want to go. See, on paper, it'd probably be a good idea to go to Pegasus and hang out in the engineering room. However, since the threat of they're about to be blown out of the sky, it's not really a good idea to be on Pegasus right now because Pegasus will probably take the hits.
I didn't because I know what I had.
What about Iron?
Oh, yeah, whoever's turn it is when the silent rays activate dictates what locations will be destroyed. So Peter and I don't really have a choice in the matter unless it's our turn.
Was that it?
I believe Peter and I start hogging the silent activate the silent fleets and stuff like
I
that.
saw it right there. I said, no,
I
that
didn't even
can't be.
see it.
I totally saw it, but I'm like, no, that's something else. And I thought, well, I'm desperate. Okay, well, that one. I
so
don't
the heavy raiders.
I just said something
Yeah, I'm like, I
unfunny.
put one in. I'm like, why is it turning naked?
So you get
The best thing is that Dan ended up rolling the roll that kills everyone in Galactica. It was really funny. And we told him to roll again. He rolls 2 more times afterwards, and then he rolls another 8, and that blows up Colonial 1, and then he rolls up like another 8. And I said, like, I forgot what joke I made. 'Cause now the hotel's on fire.
yeah.
I mean, I would get to choose what to do. It's not the really.
Oh, I see. I made it out of the resurrection ship. I am now figuring out Galactica. I mean, trying to give them super crisis. Well, not super crises, but giving them nasty crises. There's David fucking up my plan. I don't know what card that is, but it looks like it's a card specifically tailored to fuck me.
Tactic and piloting are possible.
I wish I could zoom in and see what that card is, because I have no idea.
It's going to take 1
Someone's getting the cards. I don't know who. Oh, he's redoing Destiny. They are thinking about this crisis very hard.
No, I'm trying to figure out what color this is. I'm gonna reveal it and then I'll put it underneath. And
Oh yeah. What happened was evidently I should have used the video to figure out what happened, but evidently we only had like one. See, you only use 2 treachery. I'm sorry, treachery. You only use 2 cards in a Destiny deck for any kind of skill check, but we only came up with like 1 card at the end of a Destiny deck, and that's impossible because you always take 2. So what I'm thinking is, we think somebody took a card out initially, but what I think is that somebody just threw in an extra card when they shuffled. That's probably more likely.
I'll put one in.
Somebody, whoops, did I put in the green
It's all me,
3?
David.
Okay. So if these are both like a purple and a red 6,
Yeah.
and,
Oh, that's right. You can only put 3 cards in too.
and there's like a chances are
They're trying to use math to get them out of predicament, but it's not going to
it
work.
is putting the
They're going to die. Little do they know.
We can almost make it.
Yeah, hopefully I find another Battlestar Galactica group. Hopefully I will warm. They'll be warm to the idea of filming. I'd like to film these again.
Yeah.
I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons over at a friend's place. That's pretty nice. I haven't. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna film it. It's not really all that funny to watch. I think
No, it's positive. I'm like,
Four positive.
we were looking intently at the cards. Just look at me. I look so fucking bored. I'm barely asleep. Official expressions.
The doubles of again.
That guy. No, clearly. Yeah, I'm like shit.
Failed. So draw two
I'm such a transparent person. Like, I'm so easy to read. I have no poker face. So when I have that blank stare, that literally means I have brain damage.
What? Since the symbol popped up.
So
It's
draw.
like,
You can choose Pegasus or Galactica.
oh, I'm choosing Galactica. I want some feel.
Oh, that I get to choose what damage areas to damage.
Admiral's Court. Come on. Oh, the what?
I picked the two stupidest locations: the Admiral's Quarters and the fucking Battery. Fucking stupid.
yeah, we know it was that way.
You think the Battery is good to use because nobody can really pilot anything? No, but no. Felix actually is better off in command. I don't blow up the hangar. I don't blow up fucking command. The two areas I want to blow up.
Well, it is effective because now they can't shoot at anything. So I guess.
They're not gonna shoot anything.
They're just about to shoot you too.
That kind of seems familiar, that outburst. I wonder if I uploaded this video already. I don't think I did.
Helping the silence and trade.
Here's where I do the boomer dance.
You might have gone to activate those.
Oh, he's telling me, why don't you activate the fleet, dumbass? What are you doing on Caprica?
I was really hoping.
And then I go, well, I'm an idiot. I can't do anything as smart as
I
that.
thought, well, if I could blow up civilian ships or something.
Oh, I explained my plan. Dude, actually, I did make a right move because every card has an activate Cylon card. What I want to do is I want to manipulate the crises to make sure they don't jump and try to get a Raiders move card. And every card has a Raiders move except for the super heavy Raiders. But at this point, heavy Raider probably wouldn't be all that bad, but I don't want them to jump. That's my goal, is that I do not want them to jump. Anything but them jumping. So I draw two crisis cards, and I think they both have jump symbols on them, and then I put my fist through the fucking table.
Well, why can you just launch
Launch
it?
you.
Whatever. Yeah, you could.
Move these two off.
There's Daniel. All of a sudden, he moves up to the board.
That works too, man.
Because when we were playing the game, he was real far away. But now he wants to be involved. He's going. She went to. I don't know what location that is.
You can move them up to over
The
here
only
or
way
over
to get
here.
them off is actual.
What fucking location is that?
Buy us another turn.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, communications. Oh, she's moving the civilian ships. Okay. You know what's great? Dan can't really see all that well. He just put a civilian ship right next to the Raider.
A little or a lot resources on.
Alright, now, two civilian ships just got blown up.
Here or here.
We're making fun of Dan.
It's like a raider there.
Oh no, he looked in the back of him. I'm so stupid.
Practice. This guy's bored. This guy's lonely over here.
I thought we blew him up. Here's this crisis.
Oh, no jump.
And he can't read it. I don't know why he's reading it. Because he's just going to pass it off to me to have me read it. Seriously, that's what he's about to do.
Oh, Danny's Galactica twice.
Yeah, see, there I go. I'm reading it. No jump on it?
Seriously?
Reduce the jump.
Oh, reduce the jump track. And they don't have any cards to be fucking around with, too. Peter and I are like, Peter just throws in his card. Yeah. I'm like, should I throw out my fucking red 6?
Yeah, it's around the corner. Yeah. Oh,
Well, yes, I
on the
do.
far end, before the TV, but before that divider there.
Don't want it to be.
No, just keep going down.
Yeah, I was
Past
telling
it,
where the
yeah,
bathroom
your next
is.
Right. Your next right.
Because the bathroom is to find the bathroom is like a fucking Lovecraft fucking labyrinth. He goes to the bathroom. There's Elizabeth trying to decide how not to avoid death, but she doesn't quite do it.
You sound
don't know what else to talk about really other than the game. It is heating up, but I don't know if they're gonna.
And that was Peter's?
Yeah, Peter already threw in his card, so I do the honors here.
Everything I possibly can.
Elizabeth gets up to go weep in the corner.
I try to get you out of there.
Cause I swear, like if Daniel doesn't get a golden parachute, he's totally ineffectual. Like he has to be Baltar, he has to be a president, or he has to be Cali to be ready to shoot people.
But you haven't done anything.
Well, that's
It's a president, and then he pulls out the break cards and he gives you that shit-eating grin like it was all part of my plan to fucking sit there and draw quorum cards until like my fingers bled, and then here you go, you're in the brig now, and I'll execute prisoner. I'm so clever. That's the school of Daniel.
wow. What? It's like you guys are blowing out. Okay.
I told you.
I guess you guys really don't want to.
I'm going to your side.
Oh yeah, Elizabeth helps us out.
Okay.
Close.
Well, there's
This might have been inadvertent retaliation for
We're going backwards now. You're gonna have to turn this.
I bombed a Battlestar Galactica game earlier at Elizabeth's place. This is before, I think it was before I had the camera. I got so tired of Daniel that when I died and Daniel laughed at me, I was a silent leader. I was infiltrating, and I drew a crisis card, and so far every crisis card I've drawn as a silent leader, an infiltrating silent leader, they've all been or current player gets sent to sick bay or current player gets sent to the brig. Only one, I think every card has been current player gets sent to the brig except for one, and that one was sent to sick bay. So I'm like, well, fuck you. And so I get sent to the brig, and then Josh kills me, and then Daniel laughs at me, and I said, you know what, humans are gonna win. So I'm Cavill. You don't want to piss off Cavill. So what I do is I reveal, kind of like reveal and get myself off of fucking Caprica. I mean Battlestar Galactica. I go to the Cylon ship, the Resurrection ship, and I do Cavill's once per game, which he turns this movement phase into 2 actions, so he gets 3 actions because you get an action every turn. So I went there, I drew three crisis cards, and then I blow them up, and then we win. I mean, well, I lose because that wasn't part of my agenda. And Daniel was like, "You're a psycho, you're a psycho, you're a psycho, you're a psycho." And I told you, dude, you can't laugh at somebody for 15 fucking weeks and then not expect them to retaliate. And then I said, "Well, you still." He said, "Oh, you still lost." And I said, "Well, no, not really. I did complete like 50% of my objective. I did get these resources down to red or some shit." He's like, "No, you still lost." And I said, "Well, I won more than you did." And I said, "Well, look at it from this point of view. I'm a silent leader. Even if my agenda is pro-human, I'm gonna warp back to Caprica and go, well, it was a good run, and I'm just gonna continue screwing eights. But you're gonna be floating dead debris in the galactic soup. So who's the fucking loser now? I mean, Cavill's gonna be fucking eights all over the place. And what's Baltar gonna do except like he ain't gonna fuck nobody because his dick's gonna be in like Jupiter, or his head will be in up his ass, and his ass is gonna be in Mercury. So we at this point, I think they need to jump like one more time or something like that. But their jump track is all the way at the beginning, and yeah, here comes Peter. I believe the next turn is when we win. There's Elizabeth drawing her cards.
What is it, 5 or 6 damage?
6 damage to World War III.
Yeah, the con was really fun. Lots of cosplayers. Not of any particular type. They were just playing D&D, and they cosplayed as their own characters in a way. What I would like to do is I would get like a 100-pound suit of armor, and just like it would be totally impractical to wear, but it'd be really cool because it'd be really heavy, and just impress people with how heavy it is. And then I wouldn't actually play in any of the D&D games because I mean running around in 100-pound armor is fucking pain in the ass. What if Millie could do it?
Well, can he launch?
Alright, let's see, 30 more minutes to go.
That's 4 activations.
Even though this game looks like it's about to end, but I'm pretty sure it's going to end when it gets Daniel's turn. And Peters is telling us what to do. Pegasus is down to one location. It looks like the engineering room is still intact. FTL. Oh, FTL's gone. Holy shit. That's awesome. FTL, the battery, and the Admiral's quarters are down. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. I think four more damage, and I think it's done for the humans. David's figuring out what to do. I think
Mentality repair.
somebody's using their brains.
She's not gonna reveal this one.
I don't see any crises. I don't know what these guys are doing. What are we doing here? Who am I? Oh, yeah, it was David's turn. Oh, he repaired locate. Oh, he exoed Cali to repair. Okay. Repaired FTL because they really need to get the hell out of Dodge. I probably wouldn't have repaired well,
And guess what? It's food shortage.
yeah, I would have repaired FTL, I guess. So Cali's, the problem is that the repair is in between two fucking Cylons, so it's kind of like we're just if I won't blow it up, Peter will. Yeah, the crisis is evidently, like I said, it was said in the video, food shortage. I think they take it with food. They do get a jump track, however, that only puts them up one, so they're still pretty far away from jumping. I see there is a Centurion on track. I believe there's supposed to be two of them on the track. There's me with my coffee.
So exciting.
I picked coffee because I didn't ask for any drinks from Subway, and coffee was the only like flavored thing there. And I don't like water. I'd rather just have straight black coffee. I don't know if that coffee's black because I have the mixing thing in it, but I do drink my coffee black. I might just put in sugar just to fucking have some kind of sugar. I draw two cards. I didn't draw treachery because treachery has a max strength of 3, and well for now until the expansion hits. So I'm looking to do as much damage with each card that I do, and so that's why I drew tactics and piloting. Actually, I don't know if can you. Oh yeah, you can draw 2 of any card. They just can't be the same, I believe, unless you're silent leader. So you can't draw 2 treachery. You have to draw like a treachery and something.
Use at least one shot, one hit. And you can also do that one too.
Peter's giving me tips as to what to do because I'm a shitty fucking Cylon.
Reduce it again. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we can do here. We can move the Centurions up, which is meh. Increasing the pursuit track. Actually, what Peter told me to do was actually right. Choosing there's like you can activate 2 of those 4. Oh, they lost their jump preparation track thing. And now I roll a die for something
Yeah, it's 8. It's more than 8.
to activate.
You just
I
get
think you can be
I did something. Oh, I get to choose?
You have to choose 2.
2 and resolve.
Okay. I'm about to choose 2 and resolve 1.
he's rolling his card.
I look and it takes me 5 hours. Oh, FTL! I see FTL. I'm like, yeah, Callie, you're going to the fucking BAM. See you in the sick bay. Dan's in sick bay, which is excellent. So you can only draw 1 card. It has to be. It's going to be engineering. And if he doesn't draw a repair card, he's fucked. He's boned.
You want
Substandard repair.
where do you want to move to?
I'm gonna repair this.
Yeah, you just. I just made him completely. Well, I want to say what the. That's such a loser fucking. I hate that. Oh yeah, I just made you waste your time.
Code blue. There is a jump on this. Current player chooses if you pass the skill check, player looks well around.
Random loyalty card.
Fail minus. Oh, I'm sorry. Fail minus one round, and the current player center of the grid.
Oh,
Or each player discards two skill cards and draws two cards.
that's funny.
Explain
If they fail it, he gets sent to the break. So here's why I'm like patting myself on the back for not drawing a treachery. I drew a piloting.
You go to the break. I don't want you
I'm like, yeah, I'm sipping my coffee, my victory drink, my victory juice, black coffee, which really isn't black. I didn't put any cream in it, but I'm pretty sure I put sugar. What the fuck am I doing? I'm talking about fucking coffee and shit. Fuck. I may as well talk about how the weather was over there. It was really sunny and warm, and the weather was nice. Yesterday, it looked like it was going to rain. I hate that about commentary tracks where you listen to the director and they talk about the weather of a location. That's the most. They have nothing better to say. And here I am talking about fucking coffee. That's even worse. I found a new low for commentary.
Oh, we're out. Sorry.
So I'm looking at my cards I need to do. I love this. Cause Daniel can barely fucking help. Oh, they I think they did declare emergency or some shit where everyone gets to draw two cards. He had to because Daniel had nothing. I believe they passed this because I don't know. Because I would have remembered if Daniel got sent to the brig. I would have been fucking. Yeah, remember that time I sent you to the brig? So now they have like 4 Centurions now on the board. I'm rearranging the tokens because I'm an asshole. Humans can still win. They just have to make it in the blue. If they make it in the blue, we pretty much lost. But will they make it in the blue? Is that like damaging Galactica? Is it's a pretty quick way to win. Not necessarily surefire, but it's a good. I almost prefer it. I mean, if that's really the only way I fucking want a pro Cylon thing, blowing up Galactica. I don't think I've ever lost having Galactica blown up on me. I've lost every other way though. Fucking Centurions.
Centurions up, and that would
Resources to 0.
a lot.
That's another
And,
query lock.
and they'll probably go to the armory.
So Pierre and I are discussing our strategies.
Yeah, because both of us could do it, and then we need like one.
We're just openly talking about how we're gonna fuck over the humans. Peer consulting with me, which is like I'm very flattered and honored. I mean, I don't know anything about fucking pro silent strategies. Peter knows everything. Peter's 10 fucking times better. The only I've been like pro. I've only ever been like pro silent like 3 times and fucking I don't know anything. Like that's why I'm not saying anything about that Battlestar, that base star location over there that I'm sitting on, to the upper left of the screen. I can't remember. One of them is like there's 4 different locations that you can choose 2 to do. One of them is like if you roll a dice, if there's 4 or lower, then you decrease the human's jump track by 1, and if it's 5 or higher, the pursuit track, which is the Cylon's jump track, essentially goes up by 1. Another one is I think base star's fire. And I completely forget the other 2. The other 2 are like move Centurions or some shit.
Traumatizing, why don't we? Okay, so wait.
There's Apollo still stuck in the brig. Poor Elizabeth. Yeah, I really wish I caught how she got in the brig. I think it might have been a skill check gone bad. Or crisis gone bad. She's contemplating. Apollo for getting out of the brig. I don't know how his tactics are. I believe he has like a mixture of politics and leadership.
I mean, I can't.
I almost want to stop him. He's got to have a piloting of 2, I believe. I think he has 1 tactics. I think, and between 2 politics and 2 leadership, I think that would probably make sense for him to have that. So he only really has like he can only really draw 3 cards to help him get out, which is not all that bad. But he's up. She's up against Callie, who I don't think can draw tactics. So I believe
All right, Alex. You gonna
Elizabeth's trying to get out of the brig.
Dan? Ask. Oh wait a minute.
Yeah, Peter.
And Daniel can't help despite having drawn fucking 3 cards or whatever. Daniel the helpful Cylon. Alright, here we do. Here we do, people. So it looks like the hangar deck is destroyed, but it doesn't really matter because they can't pilot. Oh, actually, Apollo. Well, it doesn't really matter because
Sabotaging you guys now.
no, Apollo can jump into. Can Viper still be launched from command if there's no hangar deck? That should be in the fact. That would be pretty interesting. I don't think they can. That wouldn't make any sense. So I kind of feel bad for Elizabeth at this point. I kind of feel bad for. There was a time, I don't know if I have it on tape. I thought Peter. I put Peter in the brig, but then I thought I kind of felt bad. And I thought, well, maybe he wasn't a silent. He ended up being a fucking silent, and I literally helped him get out of jail because I was Tom Zarek. And I think that was a game I won. I think I won that game as Tom Zarek. And I was pretty happy.
Well, she got shot and sent to the brig. And the person that shot her was her human counterpart.
You know, it's funny that Daniel's tactic of being Kelly and shooting Turo because he need a pilot happened to him. So that's how he knows to do that. And it's a really retarded strategy because you lose them around and the person loses all their cards. It's like it's a huge time sink, and you can't really do that in a 5-player game.
I like that one better too. If you played it, I'll give it back if you're gonna play it.
Because 5-player games usually the humans are at a slight disadvantage. But what do I know?
Is this a fun game?
Yeah,
We've
it's
been playing all day as Linger.
So yeah, Battlestar Galactica.
The third game.
That's how much
I would love
You know, I resisted
to like sit down and do a commentary with like other players and shit. Even though I'm talking about like other crap.
petered out at the very end.
But I would love to like sit down and go, okay, well this is what they're doing, blah blah blah, like live or something like that.
Okay, anyway,
And at the end?
I thought it jumped the shark. I'm not going to reveal
Oh.
the, you know, the
Yeah, let him go.
cosmological punchline at the end. But
Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy I was talking about earlier, where he ran the. Hey, who's that? Who's the name of that chick who fucking threw Callie out the airlock? And I was like, yeah, man, Tori Foster, and we did a high five over my roommate's confused head. He's like, you spoiled it, and he started crying, and then we were like, no, we'll give you ice cream afterwards. You'll be okay. I almost feel like spoiling like Battlestar Galactica right here and now, but I didn't want to do it.
You guys can go over there.
I almost want to. But it is a really fucking stupid ending. I'll just leave it at that. So, David still has a nuke token. He could use that nuke on that juicy location there. However,
Spend time with Fat Apollo.
him using a nuke leaves him unable to use FTL, but I think he is going to nuke. Actually, I don't even know how we win this if he has a nuke. If he does throw a nuke, so. Oh, that's what he's nuking the base stars, which actually ends up to be. It actually fucks him up. Even though those base stars have a better chance. Base stars have a better chance of actually succeeding and hitting the Battlestar, and they're always like, when it comes up, they always have to attack the Battlestar. However, you got all those raiders out there, and each one they have to roll an 8, but still, I mean, That's literally like 12 chances. 12 chances, and they have like 1 in 8 chances to fucking blow up the Battlestar. As opposed to 2 chances where you have like, I think they have to roll a 6 or higher.
Yeah, it's dead.
So I don't know, you mathematicians can do all the math in your head. I don't know, I just think less chances the better. Yeah, Pegasus is about to be blown up, and then the Battlestar isn't looking all that great.
This game isn't that much
I mean,
question.
yeah.
And
Okay,
it's
if we
looking
fail, we lose the morale and the population.
Now the dials are looking low. I think they tanked this because they don't give a shit about population, and I think they're okay on morale. I don't know. They can always, well, they can do inspirational speech. I just don't know. Yeah, Apollo would be president. Apollo, you keep presidency in the break, so Apollo would be president.
Are we gonna fail this?
Or actually, you know what? If
Population, we can give up morale.
Felix Galite, no, he's not that high up there in president. I believe, yeah, for sure Apollo. But I'm kind of wondering if Apollo was killed after Peter revealed. I mean, not Apollo. I mean, if Tyrrell was killed after Peter revealed, then the president would have gone to Tyrrell or Felix. Maybe Tyrrell, because he is kind of a political guy. He's more political than Felix. It's pretty interesting.
All these
I don't know. I just like this game because if there's something I don't know, I wing it like as it was on the show, and 99% of the time you're right. Like I'm just going by the show. Like Tyrrell, he's a pretty political guy, not really high up on the food chain in terms of like power. But yeah, Apollo's strength. Believe it or not, but part of Apollo's strength is that he's probably on average the highest ranked dude on the Galactica. If that makes any sense, he's pretty high up to be president. I think he's the first non-political leader who gets to be president, and he's the first CAG, no matter what. And he's not that far away from Admiralty. I think he's behind Hilo. Or actually, it would be Felix. Hilo is fourth in command. It goes. It would go Kane.
he's not get rolling.
Shit, Kane Adama, Tai, Hilo, and probably Hoshi, and then with the expansion, and then probably Apollo. But actually, with the expansion, they might change the line of succession. Actually, because Apollo. Well, slight spoilers. Apollo in the version of Daybreak that the next expansion, Apollo is a political leader. He's no longer in the military, so they probably balance Apollo because, like I said, Apollo as it stands now is really high ranked, and he's guaranteed to be CAG. And I'm repeating myself anyway.
We can, the good thing is you activate all these, they're destroying this, which it could be morale, and all of them are firing.
So right now, David's down the one nuke token, though I don't think that's really an issue because they're probably gonna have a chance to warp out. They are one jump track away from being able to activate FTL. So on my turn, it's extremely important. I need to blow up FTL. Yeah. So I have to activate the Silent Fleet. Alright, so I'm blowing up the civilian ships. Yeah, I picked up the no damage fucking civilian fleet. So now I'm rolling for damage on the base star. I mean, Battlestar Galactica. And it looks like I have 8 rolls. Well, for now, it looks like I have actually 8. Well, they're keeping track. Alright, hit. Well, I got 1 hit.
So it was all pretty much worth it.
Yeah. And I believe I get 2 more hits. Yeah, alright, 2 hits. Every time I go, yeah, that's when I scored a hit. So it's 2 hits. Alright, 3. So they're fucked right now. They are really fucked.
Is that it?
No, because he can't get a morale.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, let's keep
Yeah. Like I said, they're fucked, but they could win if I don't blow up FTL. Oh, it's 4 hits. Yeah, actually, take it back. They are fucked. 4 hits.
You didn't do anything this game.
Wow.
No, I get to pick all but one. Let's see, I'm gonna pick the 4 though. I'm not gonna just. I want to save.
Oh, it's a good thing you're filming it.
This one.
I'm just gonna go home and replay it over and over.
Oh, the armory. Armory. And then kablam,
Oh, FTL's gone. They lost. There it is. I needed to blow up FTL because what now?
This has to be a look.
Daniel's gonna have to waste a turn to be able to repair FTL. He cannot activate FTL. So you're gonna see what's about to happen.
Oh my.
If I had drawn the other token, we would have just won right there. Battlestar would have been completely destroyed. So they got lucky. So it's a pretty decent game. They could actually it's almost impossible for them to win at this point because what Peter's going to do, he's going to activate silent locations, and then what he would have to do is roll, I think about 16 times without getting an 8, and then Elizabeth and Dave would have to magic their ass out of whatever. Okay, so he repairs FTL. So it's up to it's not the end of Daniel's turn yet. So it's up to Peter. But right now it's Daniel's turn. He pulls a crisis card.
Two jumps. Come on,
Oh,
two
but
jumps.
Raiders active.
I say Raiders activate, but really every card has Raiders activate, except for ones that say Heavy Raiders or Space Source Fire.
Well, all I know is Raiders active. Strength of 12, keep that number in your politics, leadership, tactics, pass. The current player chooses a skill check, pass off that fail, roll a die 4 over -2 population, or the current player discards 4 random skill cards.
I think they're gonna discard population. I think they're gonna go for it and tank it because they're good on population. That's the one thing they're good at. And I don't think they can afford to discard skill cards. Oh, and he discards skill cards. Why? I do not know. He really didn't need to be discarding skill cards. Daniel? Exactly! Elizabeth with the fucking common sense. Why the fuck would you give your cards away? At this point? Even if you don't have a goddamn repair. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna discard my skill cards because population is really what I really need to protect population at this point. Holy crap! Of course, Peter keeps his mouth shut. So do I. And I think David and Elizabeth immediately like, what the fuck? I think David was trying to process his stupidity in his head, and then Daniel's stupidity in his head. And Elizabeth finally, with a fucking common sense, would be all like, "Hey, don't fucking throw your cards away at this point. When whatever we really need to defend against what Peter's going to do, because if we can survive Peter, we'll pretty much survive the game." Giving up discard skill. See, Daniel fucking needs a golden parachute to win. I'm fucking trying to survive and shit on the mean streets of Caprica.
We're not gonna pass it.
Yeah, Daniel's like, what do we need? Like, because we're gonna blow our cards. I think Daniel just wants this game to be over.
Passed unless Alex puts in an iron will, which one sabotage.
Oh yeah, I will. David's being nice. How about you throwing the Iron Will? Just end it.
Yeah.
Iron Will, if the skill check doesn't pass within 4, I believe you lose a morale. Alright. Daniel throws in his cards because I think he just wants to abort life.
Might get lucky on the dice rolls.
I mean, yeah, he probably didn't have any repair cards, but seriously. Population at this point? Okay.
2. Oh, whoa.
Oh wow.
Plus 1. Minus 0. I mean 0. Minus 2. Oh, look at that. Well, I know what's
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you guys are really shady.
What? Oh, yeah, you tanked that.
It's like all silent.
Yeah, why would they... Oh, they toss
Toss
their treachery?
Yeah, and roll the die.
Alright.
Alright, I put the die in Daniel's hands. Here's the moment of truth. Daniel has to pretty much not roll an 8 at this point.
That's not a 5.
So minus 2.
Oh, never mind. He's rolling for the pop.
Okay,
Big
now
fucking
we
deal.
activate the,
Yeah, Peter's all like, yeah, let's fucking get this shit over with. Activate the race. Okay, since he's rolling, he could choose to destroy Pegasus. So he could roll twice and still win this. He's guaranteed. Even if he rolls once, he's still okay. But if he rolls 3 bad ones, it's definitely the end of the game. Oh.
Oh, that's not FTL. That's been awesome if you guys managed it.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming right now. Oh no. Oh, he might pull this off. Down to 4 more. There's a 3rd damage.
You guys had to lose when we were doing awesome.
Oh,
wow.
that was the best. Now he blew up. He blew up Colonial 1. Oh, he blew up Pegasus.
Oh, yeah, I want you to like.
He rolled another 8. There goes Colonial 1.
Get one more.
Yeah. He rolled a 7.
Oh.
That's funny. Yeah, Peter, we shake hands. We did a good job.
I could have swore you guys were gonna win.
Yeah, they came really close to winning.
We're not getting out of the bridge.
Yeah, she was stuck in the brick the entire game.
We should have just
And I
like,
won the game
I
as
don't know.
Boomer as a Cylon. That was my first Cylon victory. That really sucks.
Yeah, of course. Daniel's like, yeah, that sucks. I wasn't given the easy victory.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, he shows me a Super Crisis. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
I could have played it early on, but it was yeah.
You never know.
But we already got him on. There's only one more inning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say the same thing there as I do now. But
We had to get 6.
yeah, see, 6 population. Oh, let's save our let's fucking blow our cards for population. You start for 12 pop, and you can't really regenerate it. But really, seriously, most of the pop you lose is on civilian ships. And you have a chance of losing 2 morale. And I think no, you can't lose any fuel. You can only lose fuel if the Battlestar Galactica's damage, or if you fucking jump bad, or crisis cards. You can't lose them with civilian ships. I'm gonna grab the camera here and zoom in on the dice
How are the
pretty soon. And Elizabeth takes it. That's all I remember from this video. The best.
You come in here and take all of it.
Daniel's sitting back right now. He's really silent. He's like contemplating suicide, I believe. I don't know in this culture if he loses one more game of Battlestar Galactica. I think he has to chop off a leg or an arm.
Other yo things, not
Of course, dude.
I'm never playing again.
Every game of Battlestar Galactica. You know, I gotta tell you, a shitty game of Battlestar Galactica is fucking playing with like 5 people and having only one fucking pro Cylon card. Cylon card when you're a Cylon leader, and the Cylon card's like fucking underneath the goddamn. It's the one card nobody gets. I had the easiest agenda. I had you had to infiltrate and die. You had to infiltrate and either when you win you're in the brig, or you've been killed once. And I got killed, and then I was like, you know, I wonder when my Silent Helper's gonna help me. I didn't get any help, and they steamrolled right over me. And then at the end, I was told, oh, there can only be like one Cylon guy in the game of 5, and I lost my shit. I was like, are you for fucking real? Seriously, that was fucking stupid.
But I mean, at least one guy killed the bad guy. I don't know. I don't know where everything
Start putting the man.
This was the most miserable. At least I had a good game.
Right? It was the worst game ever. Where do your nukes go?
Here's David on his high tech iPad. I'm gonna try and. Oh, here's where I pick up the camera.
It was so convenient.
Really careful not to get anybody's face. Oh, almost did. Oh, you can see your reflections.
No, I don't think so.
There's the wreckage of
If I've been asking you, but we could use communications or command and have it under control. Like, if it was looking desperate, I don't
No, I
see
just
why.
thought we needed a pilot. We always needed.
You don't have to.
Like, it could have gone either way on
Well,
me.
you didn't have one either way.
It wasn't a
I like you see everyone's reflections in the fucking. I need to be able to edit that.
It wasn't a critical
wow.
thing.
I think we're really bummed is when you didn't help her gather.
Daniel doesn't do anything to help her get out of the break. I think she's the third Cylon
At that time.
in a game of 5.
I would have gotten out
Oh,
on that one because I think that was the highest one I had. I had like 5 or something.
I put in every single card I
I
had.
was the one that iron willed that first one.
There's executive order.
I got you.
I threw in like a red 5. I was patting myself on the back.
Yeah, so the zero, that was destiny. That did not like you.
There's the wreckage of the Galactica. That was.
At least we didn't run out of food.
There were the dials.
Insult to injury.
Where was food?
2-2.
Oh, I can't
Yeah,
remember.
pretty low on field, but they still could have won if Elizabeth was out of the brig. Yeah, if, but yeah.
It was a crushing blow.
And look, population at 6. Oh, I know. Let's fucking save our cards and shit.
I'm gonna go leave.
There's the dice. That's how we.
That's awesome rolling.
Three eights in a row.
If we only got one hit, we still would have.
It's not like you weren't going to go after me.
Here's where I try to get a good shot of the Battlestar Galactica box, and I flip the camera upside down and almost drop it. Because I have it on standby, I still have the stand thing connected, and it's really hard to maneuver. That's why I'm all like fumbling around with the camera right now. It's just, I can't get my hands around the camera.
Oh yeah, huh? I'm sorry. You did contribute as much as
I continue to taunt David. I mean, Daniel.
Callie.
It's,
We didn't dive into the morale.
The death of Cal.
You,
Died because you made me a pilot and that made him big.
this is like the most overused character of all time. I'm pretty sure Daybreak probably fixes her wagon good.
Holding hard feelings against
Oh, come on.
Peter.
Oh, that's Battlestar.
He would have bring somebody. It would have been either you, me, or him.
Yep, and that's Battlestar Galactica.
It's upside down. Turn it.
Thanks for watching.